If Jesus were here today, he would be a clinic escort, distracting women from the hatred of the protesters, or an abortion doula, holding women's hands and offering support and love as they end their pregnancies. And I expect he would have a stern word for self-righteous legislators who use abortion as a political issue rather than showing compassion for the people seeking abortions. Today, on this Rose Sunday, I wanted to share some of the stories we have collected because these are the sacred stories of women's lives. If Jesus were giving his sermon today, he might also have said, "Blessed are those who end pregnancies, for they will be known for their loving kindness." I have been pregnant 4 times. I have had 2 abortions, and I have 2 amazing children. Each of my reproductive decisions, to have children and not to have children, were sacred decisions because they reflect the moral responsibility of reproductive power that is part of our inheritance as human creatures.
There are so many people calling themselves pastors like this woman that are not according to God's word, the Bible. Well, that's another issue. I want to speak about what Jesus of the Bible thinks of abortion. The Christians who was the closest to the time of Jesus was against abortion. For example, the Didache, written around 100 AD, states in chapter 2, "You shall not murder a child by abortion, nor kill that which is begotten." The Epistle of Barnabas says, "You shall not slay the child by procuring abortion, nor again shall you destroy it after it is born." Many of the early Christians imagined the worst punishment in hell for those women who had abortion. For example, the Apocalypse of Peter states, "And near that place I saw another straight place, into which the gore and the filth of those who were being punished ran down, and became there as it were a lake, and there sat women having the gore up to their necks, and over against them sat many children who were born to them out of due time, crying, and there came forth from them sparks of fire, and smote the woman in the eyes, and these were the accursed who conceived and caused abortion." Close quote. By these writings alone, we see the early church who followed Jesus' teachings was against abortion. Jesus said in Matthew 19, verse 14, Jesus said, "Let the children come to me, and stop keeping them away, because the kingdom from heaven belongs to people like these. Now, if you kill them, how will they come to Jesus when they're older?" Jesus believed in the Old Testament, which taught God as the creator of the baby. David said in the Old Testament the following in Psalms 139, verse 13, "It was you who formed my internal organs, fashioning me within my mother's womb." Clearly, David in Psalms 139, verse 13, believed that God was the creator of him and formed him for a purpose. And God told Jeremiah he was the one who formed him and has a purpose for him. Jeremiah 1, verse 5 says, "I knew you before I formed you in the womb. I set you apart for me before you were born. I appointed you to be a prophet to the nation." So I really doubt that the Jesus of the Bible is for abortion or will support this mindset of these liberals. Now, Jesus clearly believed the scriptures. He said that the scriptures spoken about him. Why would Jesus go against the Old Testament and be for abortion? I don't think so. The Jesus she's speaking about is not the Jesus of the Bible. 2 Corinthians 11 speaks about another Jesus that's not the Jesus of the Bible. And that's the one who she's following, another Jesus, not the Jesus of the Bible.